Ladies and gentlemen, today we look back at one of the darkest industry disasters in history, the Baypal gas leak. On December 2nd, 1984, deadly methyl isoniative gas leaked from the unique carbide agrochemical plant in Bhopal, India. More than 500,000 people were exposed to the gas. Thousands died instantly, and survivors are still suffering to this day. Here are two recommendations from our team. First, strengthen regulatory capability by technology. In this regard, our team put forward the following proposal: standardize company standards to ensure the normal use of parts, strictly supervise workers, and timely report when errors occur. First, it strictly follows international standards to ensure that it will not cause disaster due to parts aging, excessive storage, and so on. Second, deploy some intelligent security monitoring system in some important areas, such as the deep learning model developed by the calendar. Monitor in real time whether the staff is operating the equipment correctly and point out the error in time for correction. And install highly sensitive sensors in some high-risk areas. When dangerous gas or substance leak, regulators can detect and inform the staff in time, and then make relevant measures to kill the danger in advance. So who will carry out the above measures? The government needs to send inspectors regularly to check whether the factory doesn't meet the international standards and timely report those that do not meet the standards to the leader of the company, requiring the company to make rectification. Enterprise management should submit work report on time and point out the correct problem in time. The installation of AI monitoring system and highly sensitive sensors in high-risk areas requires the development and installation of personnel in company's technical department. The company's IT department will publicly release the company's security report on the network platform and jointly supervise the company with the public.
Let me begin with the timeline and location of the task completion. First, we will carry out a full inspection of the factory's equipment within 1 month. If we will find any parts that don't meet the standards, we will stop work and fix them right away. While the factory is down, we will also replace the old values with new ones that meet safety requirements. At the same time, we will hold on one of safety operation training for employees. It will take 1 month, and so they understand the new standards and how to follow them. After that, we will install an artificial intelligence supervision into the company's network. This will take about 1 month. Finally, we will connect the system that public platform, synchronizing real-time data while take about the half a month. Now let me talk about the cost. Installing each value including manual labor will cost around $1 lakh. The artificial intelligence system will be most expensive part. It is expected the cost around $10 million. This includes building AI models, storing data, and preparing for any risk that may come. In addition to this, we will need someone to maintain this platform, and that will cost about every month $20,000. Finally, let's go over some potential problem. First, stopping work for inspection and repairs while cause economic losses, which is something we need to be prepared for. Second, changing safety standard may require retraining workers. This could also lead to confuse as person adjust the new rules. Third, we must have good personal planning. If someone is absent, we need to have trained backup staff ready to take over. And lastly, since we are using a digital platform, it will be a default to keep our network full secure and cybersecurity will be ongoing challenging. So while this project has cost and risk, it is important for long-term safety and improvement.
As a government staff, I'm going to describe the recommendation 2, the strengthening political and legal oversight of multinational corporations. Beyond technological reforms, it is crucial to strengthen legal and institutional oversight to ensure lasting accountability. We urge developing nations to align their legal frameworks with international safety standards so that multinational corporations operating locally are held responsible for safety, compliance, and any harm caused. To achieve this, key measures include enacting modern industrial safety laws, requiring regular safety audits, establishing bilateral oversight mechanisms, and training local regulators. Equally important is collaboration with international organizations such as the ILO and the United Nations to provide technical support and share best practices. This effort must be led by government ministries, especially those responsible for environment and justice. Will corporations must comply proactively. In addition, NGOs and global institutions should support third-party oversight to ensure transparency and credibility.
Thanks, Liu, for explaining the specific steps and the implementation personnel. I'm his assistant, Hao. Now I'm going to do a brief explanation of time and location of task completion. We expect the entire process to take about 6 to 18 months. This includes discussing satisfactory bills in national capital, synchronize information with corporate offices, and leave enough time for the company to send employees to training centers. Next, we have to consider cost. First, as administrative and legal costs. Moreover, we should consider training and monitoring expenses. We must ensure each worker can be trained. Last is the reputation and the opportunity costs. For corporations, we need to calculate the specific. At last, we also have listed several potential issues that may arise during future execution. First, political resistance and corruption, which often seen in previous legal amendments. Second, corporate lobbying. Each enterprise has a different level of acceptance. Third and fourth points is weak enforcement capacity and diplomatic tensions over regulation. Both of these 2 points will become obstacles. Last is public distrust due to past failures. This need firms make good public relations and commitments.